What is conflict? Many of us associate conflict with bad things, yelling, screaming, fighting. But what if I told you that conflict is essential? The next key to maximizing your potential is embracing conflict. Let me tell you a personal story about conflict. Growing up, my parents fought a lot. So I grew up in a very chaotic environment. And of course, I never saw the conflict resolve itself. So I thought conflict was bad. So I avoided conflict at all costs. But I've learned that the opposite of love is not hate. It's apathy. It's when we stop caring, when we lose passion. Conflict is important because that's where our passion often lies. Although conflict can be uncomfortable, oftentimes in that conflict, great ideas are born. As human beings, unfortunately, sometimes we default to being reactive, to fighting against something, to thwarting someone else's will. But to really use conflict effectively, we want to fight for something. We want to be intentional and really assert our own wills. A good example of an irresponsible use of conflict is really that tit for tat. Like you feel hurt, so you feel like it's okay to hurt someone else. An eye for an eye. You hurt me, I'm going to hurt you back. Really, to be responsible and use conflict appropriately, you just want to say ouch sometimes. And we've discussed the concept of vulnerability and how important it is. And so we're going to need to draw upon that to really be able to say ouch and to be able to express our hurt without being irresponsible and without putting that little jab in there. In life and in sales, it's very important to be in touch with that conflict. Conflict is important for us to understand what's critical, what we care about, what we're passionate about. In sales, conflict is essential. When a customer gives you an objection, that's information, critical information that you need to use to close the sale. It's not something to avoid, it's something to lean into. And how you handle conflict and how you connect with people around conflict really can set the tone for your connection and your relationships. Although it's vulnerable, although it feels uncomfortable, its importance is critical for you to be who you are and for you to express your passion and what you truly want. It's important to embrace conflict in order for you to maximize your potential. I've challenged you to be vulnerable, to really push outside of your comfort zone. This week, I'm going to challenge you to keep doing that, to stay outside of your comfort zone by embracing conflict. I'm going to ask you to look for a time where you find yourself fighting against something, putting on the brakes, and then see if you can actually shift that and fight for something that you want, something that you're passionate for. Remember, this is the responsible way to embrace conflict, to fight for something. Congratulations, you've unlocked the next key to maximizing your potential, embracing conflict. Until next time, live richly. If there's one thing I want you to take from this session, I want to say something. It's one thing one takeaway. Congratulations, you've got a honking car.